You are under observation, not by satellites, not by secret agencies, but by ordinary people. Every time you step outside, you enter a social coliseum, an invisible arena where hierarchies are formed, dominance is measured, and weakness is quietly recorded. And here is the uncomfortable truth. You have been volunteering as prey. You move through life, believing openness is noble. You think transparency earns trust. You assume that displaying your emotions makes you authentic. To a strategist like Niccolo Machiavelli, this is naivete. Centuries ago, he observed that people judge appearances. Very few ever encounter your essence. If you reveal everything, you surrender your advantage. No intrigue, no protection, no leverage. Most reputations are not destroyed by malice. They are destroyed by oversharing. People leak. They broadcast their insecurities. They narrate their plans. They expose their doubts. They leave their inner world unattended in public view. Today, that stops. We close the gates. By the end of this, you will understand why restraint carries more weight than noise, and how to move through chaos like vapor, unseen, unreadable, and impossible to grasp. But first, admit something. Your craving to be acknowledged is the very thing dissolving your presence. Both the Stoics and Renaissance tacticians agreed on one principle: the mind must be fortified. A fortress with open gates is not noble, it is vulnerable. There are 9 habits that quietly erode your authority in public. Some you practice daily, some you mistake for virtues. They are not virtues, they are signals. This is not about cruelty, this is about sovereignty. It is the difference between a ruler and an entertainer. One commands attention through restraint, the other begs for it through performance. And understand this, once you remove these 9 weaknesses, people will respond differently. The sympathy will vanish, the manipulation will fade, and a subtle fear may replace familiarity. Authority is isolating. If you are not prepared for that, stop here. If you are ready to reclaim your privacy and your power, we begin. 1. Never announce your next move. The most addictive substance in modern society is not chemical, it is approval. And the fastest way to get it: declare your intentions before you've earned them. I'm launching a business. I'm transforming my body. I'm done with this relationship. The declaration feels like progress. Your brain rewards you prematurely, but strategically, this is a mistake. The moment you reveal your intentions, you distribute your blueprint. Even friends can become obstacles. Envy is quiet. As Robert Greene wrote, conceal your intentions. When people cannot predict your direction, they cannot interfere. Operate quietly. Let outcomes speak. There is something deeply unsettling about the individual who disappears and re-emerges, transformed. No announcements, no countdowns, only results. When you broadcast plans, you are unconsciously requesting validation. Stop requesting. A predator does not signal before it strikes. If you want gravity, cultivate mystery. Let them wonder, let them speculate. Imagination will elevate you far beyond any self-promotion ever could. Potential, when concealed, is powerful. Do not exchange it for applause. 2. Never publicize your suffering. Complaining is the most common form of self-sabotage. I'm exhausted. My boss is incompetent. The system is unfair. Here is the truth. Most people do not care, and those who do often feel relief that your life is heavy because it makes theirs feel lighter. Public complaint does 2 things. First, it signals loss of control. Second, it lowers your perceived status. Leaders adapt or endure. They do not narrate their hardship to the crowd. This does not mean emotional repression. It means discretion. Choose carefully who sees your struggle. The public version of you should remain composed, even if privately you are rebuilding. The Italians call this sprezzatura, the art of effortlessness. Carry weight without spectacle. When asked how you are doing, say, progressing. Dignity is magnetic. 3. Never surrender your temper. Anger is natural. Volatility is weakness. If a stranger can disrupt your composure with a minor inconvenience, you are not powerful, you are programmable. A person who cannot regulate themselves cannot lead anything. When you explode, you reveal your pressure points. Now others know exactly how to destabilize you. A scream may feel dominant, but silence is far more unsettling. Picture 2 leaders. One shouts, the other goes still, lowers their voice, pauses. Which one commands the room? Control over your nervous system is control over perception. When rage rises, freeze, do not react, do not defend, do not escalate. Let the other person sit in the tension. When you refuse the emotional exchange, they are left exposed. Composure is intimidation refined. Master yourself or be mastered. 4. Never apologize when it is unnecessary. We live in an era of excessive apology. People apologize for existing, for speaking, for asking questions, for having opinions. Sorry to bother you. Sorry, but I think. Sorry for the delay. Listen carefully. Constant apologizing is a subtle form of self-diminishment. An apology, when misused, becomes a signal of inferiority. It suggests guilt where none exists. It tells the world that your presence requires permission. Strategically, this lowers your standing in every interaction. Even Machiavelli understood that authority relies heavily on perception. A leader may be human, but must not appear uncertain in trivial matters. Reserve apologies for genuine wrongdoing, not for occupying space. Instead of, "I'm sorry I'm late," say, "Thank you for your patience." Instead of, "Sorry to disagree," say, "I see it differently." Notice the shift. One posture seeks forgiveness, the other communicates composure. Chronic apologizing trains people to assign blame to you because you have already conditioned them to expect submission. When you truly make a mistake, apologize once, clearly, sincerely, then correct it. But in daily interactions, stand firm. You do not need to shrink to be accepted. You do not need permission to exist. Occupy your space without apology. 5. Never disclose your financial reality, whether high or low. Few subjects trigger stronger emotional reactions than money. If you appear financially unstable, people may treat you with quiet dismissal or concealed pity. Society often associates scarcity with incompetence, whether fair or not. But displaying wealth openly invites a different danger: envy. And envy is rarely loud, it is calculated. When you flaunt possessions, luxury or income, you are not merely sharing success, you are unintentionally provoking comparison, and comparison breeds resentment. History repeatedly shows that excessive visibility of wealth attracts both parasites and rivals. True affluence is subtle. It is reflected in standards, not spectacle, in consistency, not flashiness, in quiet stability, not loud display. Keep your finances ambiguous. If you are building, present yourself as disciplined and composed, not defeated. If you are thriving, appear grounded, not extravagant. This balance protects you from opportunists seeking favors and competitors seeking your position. Your financial information is leverage. Do not distribute leverage casually. Let assumptions work in your favor while specifics remain private. 6. Never engage in gossip or public character attacks. Gossip feels like bonding, but it quietly erodes credibility. When someone shares secrets about others with you, a thought immediately forms: if they speak this way about others, they will eventually speak this way about me. Trust collapses in that moment. Discussing people instead of ideas signals pettiness, not intelligence. Strategic individuals understand a simple rule: information is power, and loose speech is leakage. When you gossip, you are trading your reputation for temporary social approval, and the cost is long-term distrust. Again, thinkers like Machiavelli warned against being perceived as petty or malicious. Contempt is far more dangerous than disagreement. Instead, become a silent observer, listen more than you speak, collect more than you reveal, acknowledge without contributing. When others gossip, respond minimally, nod, redirect, or remain neutral. Over time, people will recognize that you are a vault, not a megaphone. This creates a powerful dynamic. They speak freely around you, yet remain uncertain about what you will do with that knowledge. And uncertainty commands respect. Never publicly insult your enemies. It reveals emotional investment. It signals that they occupy your mind. Silence, on the other hand, communicates indifference, and indifference is psychologically disarming. Words expose emotion. Restraint conceals strategy. If action is required, let it be precise and quiet. Not theatrical, not reactive, not loud, just effective. 7. Never explain your philosophy. There is a temptation that comes with growth. When you discover a new discipline, a new belief system, a new way of thinking, you want to announce it, you want to defend it, you want others to adopt it. You find a new diet, a new ideology, a new routine, a new code, and suddenly you become a preacher. Resist this impulse. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. The moment you publicly declare your moral standards, you create a trap for yourself. I never lie. I always wake up at 5 a.m. I live by this code. Now the world is watching, not to support you, but to catch you slipping. And you will slip, because you are human. Once you fall short of your own public proclamation, critics will use your words as weapons. You handed them the measuring stick. Strategists understand something subtle. Flexibility is strength. If you loudly declare your code, you restrict your adaptability. You lock yourself into rigidity. Live your philosophy quietly. Let others observe the discipline. Let them notice the calm. Let them ask questions. When your actions are consistent, explanation becomes unnecessary. Your life should be the evidence, not your speeches. The strongest belief system is the one that does not need defending. 8. Never seek approval. At the root of most weakness lies a single hunger, the desire to be validated. From childhood, we are conditioned to perform for praise. Good grades, good behavior, good performance. Reward follows compliance. But adulthood requires a shift. If you continue seeking approval from peers, colleagues, or strangers, you remain psychologically dependent, fishing for compliments, watching for reactions, adjusting your opinion to fit the room. Each of these behaviors quietly hands control of your self-worth to others. When you seek validation, you position yourself as the one being judged, and the one being judged is never in control. A sovereign individual listens to advice, but does not require permission. Again, as Niccolò Machiavelli implied in his observations of rulers, the final decision must remain internal. When you stop trying to impress, something shifts, the dynamic reverses. People begin measuring themselves against you, become indifferent to both praise and criticism. They are mirrors reflecting other people's perceptions, not your identity. If compliments can elevate you, insults can destroy you. Detach from both. The only evaluation that matters is private. Did you act with discipline? Did you follow through? Did you control your impulses? If yes, external applause is irrelevant. If no, applause is meaningless. Internal authority replaces external dependence. That is power. 9. Never expose your deepest vulnerabilities to the public. Modern culture often confuses exposure with courage. There is strength in self-awareness. There is healing in private confession. But indiscriminate vulnerability is not bravery. It is exposure. The world is not a therapy room. It is a hierarchy. When you reveal your deepest fears, traumas, and insecurities to those who have not earned access, you provide them with leverage. You may believe you are bonding, but the calculating observer is gathering information. If someone knows your abandonment fear, they know how to destabilize you. If someone knows your intellectual insecurity, they know where to apply pressure. This does not mean repression. It means discernment. Your inner battles are to be processed in trusted spaces, not broadcast. Integrate your shadow privately, strengthen quietly, then step into the world composed. Protection is not deception, it is wisdom. A leader cannot guide others while visibly unraveling. Scars can inspire, open wounds invite attack. Share lessons after healing, not during breakdown. There is a difference. Now understand what happens when you eliminate these 9 habits. There will be space. You will speak less, explain less, complain less. At first, people will notice. You've changed. You're quiet. Is something wrong? They are not concerned. They are adjusting. They were comfortable with the version of you that was transparent, predictable, and easy to influence. When you remove access, you remove control. Hold your position. In silence, something powerful forms, gravity. You stop chasing attention, and attention begins circling you. Without constant performance, you start observing. You see who seeks approval, who leaks information, who overreacts, who envies. The game becomes visible. And once you see the game clearly, you cannot be manipulated by it. Niccolò Machiavelli did not study human nature to create villains. He studied it to create survivors. The world is loud. Everyone is announcing, explaining, justifying, seeking. Be the still point. Be the one who watches. Be the one whose thoughts are not publicly accessible. But this leads to a deeper challenge. When you silence the external noise, you are left alone with your internal voice. And for many, that is more frightening than public judgment. Once the gates are closed and the fortress is secure, you must confront the ruler inside. Can you govern your own mind? Can you sit in quiet without distraction? External control is simple compared to internal mastery. A fortress is meaningless if the king within it is unstable. That is the next battle, and it is far more dangerous than the first.